Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers scores 7 points in the last 25 seconds. A 34-footer with 8 seconds to go forces overtime. In the OT, it's Joel Embiid. He had 19 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists, and 9 turnovers, but and one there. Jalen Brunson, another great game with 40 points, but can't convert down the stretch of overtime. And we're going to have a Game 6 as the Sixers stay alive, winning tonight at MSG 112-106. Dejected crowd filing out of the world's most famous arena. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn and Wally Zerbiak. So we know there's going to be a Game 6 Thursday. If Indiana wins tonight, pregame at 7:30, game at 8. If Indiana loses to the Bucks tonight, 8:30 pregame Thursday with a game at 9. And Alan, this was so much like Game 2, except the other way. Knicks are up 6 points with 28 seconds to go. Sixers are able to force overtime and then win in overtime.
Yeah, it's the Sixers this time that got the miraculous finish to this game, and it all started with that 4-point play with Tyrese Maxey, who was just phenomenal tonight, and Mitchell Robinson getting that foul, a missed free throw late. The opportunities to close out this series were right there for the Knicks at the end of this game. In fact, Deuce McBride hit that shot. It felt like this thing was all about wrapped up. It was simply just playing solid defense and finishing it out. And you got to credit the Sixers for playing hard in the closeout game, and also Maxey. Wally, this guy is a superstar. He's not just a star. He was everything for them and more. And that duel that they have had together, he and Brunson in this series, but we're 5 games in, and the point differential in this series is 2. Amazing.
What a series. And there are some other series that are not as compelling, and the games are not as exciting as that. But listen, up 6, I was saying it in the green room, you heard me. First of all, you don't want to give up a 3. It's a possession game at that point. I understand Maxey's taking really tough shots. You got to live with him making a tough 3. You cannot foul. Yeah. You cannot foul in that situation. Listen, Mitchell Robinson, he's hampered with the ankle, not moving great. You know, he's trying to contest. You know, he sells out a lot of times for block shots and rebounds, but that's a learning point that he's going to have to learn. When he's in the game in crucial moments, you have to be smart. That's first and foremost. Then secondly, you're going to miss some free throws. Maxey missed some free throws. Josh Hart missed the first. The tougher one was the second. He had a lot of pressure on himself to make that second one. At least he made it a 3-point game. And that shot from the logo, people are going to call for a foul. You live with that. I mean, that is an unbelievable shot. He was running towards the basket, didn't even have set rhythm, didn't have his feet set at all, just chucked it up at the basket, almost like making a half-court shot. And then at the end, Jalen Brunson had the opportunity to win the game. At the end, Tom Thibodeau didn't want to allow Philadelphia's defense to set up their defense. He wanted, to put the game in Jalen Brunson's hands, didn't get it to go. But in overtime, I think you can learn. You got to get other guys involved. Yeah. You have to get a couple other guys involved. Jalen scored the first 5 points. He's pretty much the only guy that scored, I think, in overtime. Got to get other guys involved, get them open looks, and figure out a way to use Jalen as a decoy.
He was the only Knick to score, and 2 other Knick took shots, and the one by Deuce McBride was at the very end. Yeah. Josh Hart had the drive that ended up getting swallowed up, but he was the only one really. Yep. The offense was running strictly through him. Now, the Sixers' offense was running strictly through Maxey, but they were able on a couple of plays. They got Embiid to the free throw line, but that Oubre backdoor.
They stole the 2 buckets from Oubre, too.
That Oubre backdoor, nice, oh, my goodness.
That was a nice play.
So this has been a great coaching matchup. This has been a great matchup in this series. And the Knicks feel like the Sixers did after Game 2. Yeah. That game was there to be had. It could have been 1-1 for them. This could have been series over for the Knicks. It's all about the little things. And when you're in a series this tight, every little thing matters.
The Knicks' resilience all year has been their major theme, and they're going to need that for Game 6. It was every one of these games, Wally, is so tight. It was only a 1-point game after 3, and obviously it was tied after regulation to go in overtime.
Yeah, these teams are very well matched up. Different guys are stepping up in different occasions.
The turnovers
could have been a foul there, too. There was a little contact. I'm surprised they let that one go. That made it a 5-point game. And then this was a huge basket by Deuce. This is what you were talking about, Alan. 6-point game right here. All right, under 30 seconds. Great play. Deuce gets open. Maxey gets the fake.
That little
definitely
hesitation.
an and one.
Oh, yeah.
Great call. Great shot. Got the hit. Now it's a 3-point game after the Josh Hart free throw. I mean, that's a tough shot.
Jerry West.
Just throwing it up there, kind of floated it up there. And in overtime, Philadelphia sees the momentum. Jalen Brunson had the first 5 points of overtime, so the Knicks get off to a good start.
102-97, right? But 3 minutes still, under 4 minutes to go. Yeah. There's the Hart got swallowed up, and then Oubre just leaks out. easy two, right? There were too many of those easy twos
Easy
there.
baskets in overtime. That can't happen. That's another one where Embiid just baits McBride into reaching in. He gets that and one. And this was a big three, obviously, by Jalen Brunson after the flagrant foul where Jalen missed one of the free throws. But this play here, I thought Hartenstein was going to get that block, but Oubre gets the roll, looks for the foul. And then, down the stretch, Batum did a really good job on Jalen. He really did. That was the missed shot
Great
there
defense.
when they were down 4. And then Embiid diving on the floor gets that rebound. That is a brutal, crushing loss for the New York Knicks. Now they got to regroup. They got a little bit of time
and
to
Nick
prepare
fans
for
either
the
are
next
buying
game.
up tickets for Game 6 and
That's
get your
right.
butts down to
That's
Philadelphia
right.
again, right? Because I think Sixer fans aren't going to be selling their tickets after what happened on Sunday.
So to your guys' point, the Knicks had 9 points in overtime, and Brunson scored all 9.
Yep.
And the more and more you watch, you wonder where the help's going to come from offensively, because you wonder the longer this goes, Alan, if Brunson can keep doing this basically by himself.
No question he can. Like, he's proved that all year. Like, I don't wonder if he can do anything. He's proven that he can get to 30 when he wants to, at 40 in a game like this. It's others that need to obviously step up. And without Bogdanovich now, it's another guy that was trying to help you off the bench. McBride was great. He got 14 again. Anunoby, relatively quiet 17, would you say? Like, relatively quiet, but 17 from him. Hart gave you 18, and the typical Josh Hart kind of night. The threes didn't go down for him in this game. So, what was going on in the first 2 games, that didn't happen. But, yes, you're going to need other players involved in the offense.
It's not on Jalen Brunson in overtime. He tried to do whatever he could to get his team going. There has to be a little bit of scheme adjustment at the end of the game to just, you know how Philly's guarding you. You know they're going to load up on Jalen.
Right.
If they're not loading up on Jalen, continue to run multiple pick and rolls, not just one. Set a rescreen, set multiple screens so you can try to get Jalen going like he was in the game when he had 47 points in Game 4. Overall, they just got to watch the film. They got to learn from things and just see ways to use Jalen as a little bit of a decoy, because you could tell he didn't want to keep shooting. At the end of the game, he threw the ball away a couple times. He does not want to take every shot. He wants to make the right play, and I think once you take a look at the film, you can identify how can we adjust and have Jalen as a decoy at times in crunch time and get some open looks for our shooter.